Welcome to Elite Encounters. I'd like to give a special welcome back to the Elite. Yes, that's you, our awesome subscribers and followers. You guys can catch us here every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Twitch and YouTube, streaming live. And you can also find Elite Encounters on Mondays with the Bloodlords campaign. That starts at 6:30, correct? Yes?
Yep.
And you guys can also follow Barnabas Brushes. That is the guy that does this amazing work like my mimic box here and all the painting that you see. Most everything that we have here has been painted by Barnabas. So it's pretty awesome. You can see how he does it. I hear he's got a special character for Wednesday, I'm hoping. So check him out on Wednesday at 5:30. Yes?
Yes.
5.
Yep.
5 o'clock. 5 o'clock, catch him. And also, if Overwatch is feeling it, he's going to be streaming on Thursday. And we have... Yes?
Yes. Hey, am I turned down? Everybody's turned
Oh,
down.
he's got everybody turned down so they can't hear the commentary, apparently.
Yes, if I feel like it.
As the peanut gallery, we have the right to
Barnabas
interrupt
says 5
her.
to 6 EST.
And then we have Critical Knowledge on Fridays.
Yep.
And all things Pathfinder, come check us out, guys. We are growing our stuff. We are growing things. We also have PopCon coming up. Check out our site and check out our channels, and you'll find that awesome subscribe or follow button. Hit that, and you too can become one of the elite. Previously on Soul 7.
I know what I'm doing.
Proud of you.
The party had made a whole bunch of travel through the Rootstone Nexus and had finally come back to the material plane. But on their travels, 2 of their companions dropped into unconsciousness after an odd glitch in the Nexus, I guess. And they stayed unconscious for quite a while, but Esteban woke up and they found their way to the source of this Blightstone that Chevy traded a Lightstone for to a child after bribing him with a toy and silver. Mm-hmm. They finally made their way down the cliffs to the docks. And
I think it was a good deal.
It was a pretty good deal, I thought.
No, I still don't feel right about
That
it.
kid's rich at the moment.
I was gonna say, he's got all the money he needs for a hot minute.
I think we got a short end of the stick there.
And then you guys climbed across the cliffs to find this cave that the child had found the Blightstone in. After battling some corrupted individuals inside, you found the actual source, the cistern full of Blightstone. Huge hole in the ground at the back of the cave. Water still can flow up and over and into it, so the water's covering them. And after speaking with a smuggler pirate type guy who was nice and green and corrupted by this stuff, decided you're going to purify it with a ritual. But for that, you need supplies, which means going back up the cliff. While all this was going on, Avery slept.
Typical.
She was not waking up after falling in the Nexus. So I'm actually going to start with you, Avery.
Can I start by fighting several?
Not quite. So here's the thing, is you guys were traveling through the Rootstone Nexus away from the world trees. And you're following that blip in your mind toward the next icon you were sure is down this way. And then kind of suddenly you pause. As I told them, it felt like a second, but it also felt like an hour or hours, days. The path before you splitting into 4, 3, 2. But for you, you saw more than that. You continued to walk. Suddenly, over leaves, green, and then you heard crunching under your feet as you look down and you see leaves that are smoldering. And they crunch under your feet as they're withering away into ash. Some of them still have the hot burn on the side. Ash floating in the air. Suddenly you are surrounded by the trees of the high forest. But they're not there. They're burned. They're gone. Miles of forest, just ash. It kind of echoes the footfalls of your steps through the ash in your mind. And with your home no more, sadness starts creeping in. You start looking for somewhere to go. You find Azara. But you just go deeper and deeper into the forest that is still alive. And then you continue to wander, avoiding civilization, avoiding people. Azara, your only friend, your only companion. Suddenly, everything shifts and you're back in your treetop home. Your family surrounding you. Everyone's happy. It's a wonderful meal. Of course, bacon. Your parents know you love it. You find yourself feeling quite happy and at peace, but you can't quite rid yourself of the tension that something's going to happen. But it doesn't come. And you live through this life as well. Happy with parents, but there's something missing. There's a slight heat to your side that you don't feel, that you keep expecting. You have your family, but no bonded animal companion. Eventually, this kind of happy but sad feeling fades, and you feel rage building. You feel the need for vengeance. You'll find whoever started this flame, and you'll become a wild flame yourself. You burn. Forests rise, you help them grow, but you burn anything that could have burned the forest. Your home lay in ash, but you and Azara are a streak, a legend of vengeance across the land of anyone who would dare touch any forest. You've seen 3 lives. You can feel them as if you were there. You feel as if you've lived them. You can hear something calling, but this peace, the need to be away from that vengeance and that rage calls to you even more. And so you kind of turn away from the familiar sound, and as you see a different path that you took, and you go wandering off, and you find this beautiful grove that survived the fire. And you decide this will stay. And you nurtured it. Lifetimes you made it bigger and bigger, but not allowing anyone at all to defile it. Once more, the rage, though, creeps up, and it's not even vengeance, it's everything and everyone. It's just rage, primal forces flowing through you. You become a destructive mega villain throughout the land. Yet another life and another path laid out before you, and Azara at your side for all of them but the one that you've seen so far. Something doesn't feel right about all of them, but you know it could be you. How did you feel as you watch yet another life begin to flash before you? As you begin to live another one? You can remember the others?
I feel dizzy almost. Because I do remember a life before. But it also feels empty without Azara. So, and then seeing the next one, and then what I could have been, what I could be. It raises new fears. But I know that since I do have Azara, it's also, she also calms me a little bit because she brings me to a more stable balance. Because if I can't control myself, then how can I control her or expect her to?
It's almost as if needing to assure yourself that she is there for this next life. You reach out beside your thigh and you feel just this table of muscle and heat that is Zara. You just kind of scratch your fingers into her fur and you wake up warm and nestled up against that fur in a room that you don't recognize. You're not laying on a bed. You're laying on the floor, but you're curled up on Azara, who is laying across the door.
Damn, Azara, you wouldn't even let her sleep in a bed?
She kept me warm though.
You don't have any eyebrows anymore, but who keeps track of that?
She never
You
had
don't know
eyebrows.
that.
But yeah, there's a bed, there's a small little table with a drawer right beside the bed. And that's about all there is in this room other than the curtains over the window. And
Tray of
but
food.
you realize there's no window. It's a decoration on the wall to look like window.
Am I a prisoner? Like, it's the first thought that comes into my mind. Like,
As soon as she realizes you're awake, Azara is giving you this big headbutt.
okay, I'm awake. Okay. So I stand up and
You see an
Gonna
empty, clean, empty plate, real close to the door.
I don't remember eating that.
Zara just kind of sits there and looks at you.
I kind of sniffed the plate.
Kind of smells like a Zara breath.
Does it smell like bacon too?
Maybe a little.
I'll let it slide this time, but you gotta share some. Okay.
She just keeps staring at you, waiting for what you're going to do.
I stand up and I yawn. Kind of look around for a second. I try the door to see if it's unlocked.
Oh, she'll move real quick so that you can it's unlocked. You can go out.
I kind of step outside and I take in my surroundings, try to see if I can
Hallway
recognize
with
anywhere.
more doors. Looks kind of like the setup for an inn, maybe.
I make my way to the front door, try to
Okay.
go out.
You turn the wrong way at first, and Azara kind of goes the opposite and looks at you. You turn back and go toward her. She'll walk beside you, and you guys go out into what looks like the interior of a ship, but it's been made into a bar. So you see the sides of the ship and portholes, and there's a quite plump halfling woman. Says, "Oh, you're awake. Well, hello."
How long have I been asleep for?
Your friends brought you in about, well, it was late last night. And we're getting pretty close to midday now.
Oh, something must have happened because I'm usually sleep 4 hours a day. That's definitely a lot more than 4 hours.
Quite a few. And you were unconscious when they came in.
Do you have any idea where they went?
They are looking into a glowing stone that they say makes people sick. I sent him over to see Brother Farron at the temple. You can't really miss it. It's over near the cliff. It's the lighthouse.
All right. Thank you. I make my way outside, and I head towards the cliff and try to look for the temple.
Outside, you find that you are definitely in a more of a halfling area. There are buildings. There's some built for people of your size, but most of these buildings are halfling size, but they are also mounds that go back and into the gradual hill that goes up and away from the cliffs. And out from you, where you see this lighthouse, you can see the vast ocean. You see the seagulls flying around, and each of these little mounds has flowers on it. And as you make your way through, you can see some of them are shops and some of them are homes. So you make your way over to the temple, and you find that the doors are open. There's a small statue to Gryan, the supreme god of neutrality, just outside, but then above the door is the same symbol that Sunshine wears. The lotus with the katana behind it.
It looks familiar. I think I'm in the right temple. I go to the front door and
It's open.
I walk inside and kind of just cautiously look around as I do, and I'm slow, just in case. You never know what's people in there or whatever's going on.
You see a few halflings here and there over at different areas. There are small little shrines all around, but there's one larger one to Yunko at the front. And there's a man in white robes with gold trim who's kneeling in front of it.
I don't want to bother the man that's kneeling because it looks like he's in the middle of some kind of prayer, so I kind of just step around and is there any kind of like stairs or anything, or just a hallway?
It's just kind of a big open room with the shrines around
Okay.
the edges.
So I kind of just make my way around and try to see if I can see anybody in the party from the party, and keep Azar at my side and keep an eye out for anything that might harm either one of us.
One of the halflings actually looks up at you, female, and she says, you look a little lost.
A little bit. I'm looking for the rest of my party.
Oh, I'm kind of waiting on mine to show up too. They should be here soon. What do yours look like? I'll tell you what mine look like, and then we can let each other know if we see them.
You show me yours, I'll show you mine.
Get out of my head. I don't even have to speak anymore.
Kind of a rambunctious bunch. It would be very hard to miss them. There's a bard, and he's got his little feather and a hat. And there's another wood elf like me. Usually wears a mask. And then Sunshine, she wears the same symbol as his temple, the lotus.
Okay.
She glows too, so that's definitely the most prominent,
Wow.
obvious feature.
That definitely sounds, yeah, that sounds pretty.
I probably should
Well,
have
I
started
mean-
off with that one, but
I mean, I've got somebody kind of like that. I mean, he's red, so, I mean, we call him Red. He's a half-orc, so he's kind of hard to miss. He's got a really odd skin tone. Red.
yeah, I don't think
They're
I've seen
usually
anybody
kind of
like
green
that.
or gray, but he's red. It's really weird.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen him anywhere. I definitely would remember that.
I mean, he is kind of tall. He's like more than double my height. I mean, but I guess it's not really saying too much. We won't tell him that I said that though. I also have a human with me as well. Velcrin is, I mean, he's easy to spot. He's got some shiny armor, and you know, he's got, you know, his holy symbol. And then we've got an elf as well. I honestly don't know what kind she is. I'm sorry. But, I mean, she's kind of easy to spot, too. She's kind of dark. I mean, most people here kind of have a tan, but she looks way tan, more tan than they do. I mean, want to go look for our people? We can go
yeah.
together. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm Nisla.
I am Avery.
Nice to meet you, Avery.
Nice to meet you as well, and this is my companion, Izara.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she also stands out.
Yeah.
But she's with me, not them, so...
Yeah, I didn't know if it was polite to ask, because, yeah, she definitely stands out. I don't think I've ever seen a cat that size, let alone that color.
Yeah, she's a fire leopard.
Wow. Okay.
She's very well behaved, though, and trained. So at this point, I sometimes forget she's even right next to me. Surprisingly.
Well,
But-
Avery, shall we?
Yep, I'm ready.
So you and this halfling go walking out. She starts just kind of humming a little tune to herself as you guys are walking along. She kind of almost looks like she's ready to start skipping. She doesn't. She looks like she's ready to. That's where we're going to pause on you for a moment. You guys, you just watched that green man turn into muck and disappear.
Right, so, do we think that this town is going to have the things we need for this ritual? Like, what do we need?
Yeah, what do we need? He's the one that knows.
Esteban, what's our ingredient list here?
Sir, I don't remember if I actually physically have that list. Have you presented it to me, or can I substitute
did
a blah?
not. I apologize. I did not hand you that. Let me get that for you.
I stole it before I got sick.
So there's a list.
Yes, the
Esteban.
list contains. She's like, fuck.
Scribbles.
I think I have it right here, actually.
I don't remember. That's why you see. You know, I need one of those remember all things from the series.
Magic 8 Ball.
Yeah, the magic 8 ball that glows, but then you forget what you're supposed to remember when it changes colors.
That's called Simon Says.
That's
I think you need
Thought-
Oh no! I left that part on my printer.
Oh
what
no.
the?
So it's just got a
Because
bunch
I was
of random
grabbing your
shit in it.
chips. Sunshine. I was trying to remember everything.
Look.
Okay.
Okay. Well, this sucks.
It's okay.
Hey,
I have it
my
still,
chips
I
were
just
important,
don't have it
okay?
printed.
Yeah. A non-hungry sunshine makes for a happy stream.
This is true. This is true. All right.
salsa.
So.
Yes.
I ate the whole bottle.
Next time, get the bigger bottle.
Yeah.
Tostitos.
You know, I love salsa. I don't like the chunk. You gotta like blend it so it's like liquid. It's horrible.
A salsa smoothie,
Yes. Well, see, like I don't like onions,
right?
but
Is salsa a smoothie?
if I can,
If you puree it enough.
Oh, okay.
yes, it is a smoothie.
Is ketchup a smoothie? Because tomato's a fruit.
Yes,
Yep.
Kind of disturbed by that.
it's also a non-Newtonian fluid, but you know we're not getting there.
What did you just say?
A non-Newtonian fluid. Ketchup, yeah. You could punch the ketchup, and the ketchup will punch back.
Sounds about right.
I mean, he can tell you guys what is needed.
Did you send me the list of things?
I'm trying to get it. Here, give me a moment.
So as he's rattling off these things, do these things sound like things we're going to be able to find just,
Blah.
in general Gnome Town A?
Halfling.
Halfling.
That's what I said.
Oh my goodness.
Racist.
No.
Hey.
It is possible.
Chevy,
it is possible.
Let me tell you, the fact that he will even talk to you is he's come a long way. At first, it was just elves.
So, you
Sorry.
need blessed spring water, which would be pretty easy. There's a temple, plus you also have your own cleric.
Yes.
You need verdant sap or heartroot essence. You need about 25 flat of that.
Is there a specific weight? Because the value is subjective.
Not really. You need the equivalent of, so you could have some really good stuff that is maybe an ounce. You could have maybe a whole gallon. Depends on how
okay.
good
It
it
could
is.
just be
And you can usually
okay.
get something like that at an alchemist shop. You need a simple woven circle of living vines.
As opposed to a complex living circle of vines.
And technically you need
Avery might be able to
a
make that.
total of 4 casters.
Might
What's
be able to
what?
make what?
1 primary caster, but you need 3 secondary.
I don't know. What is the circle of the ritual?
It is rank 6.
That might be a problem. I know I'm not quite there. I mean, really I am there, but it's just sometimes it's cold and oh wait.
Yeah, you just screwed your own prediction.
No, I'm alluding to it. It's not the same thing.
Sure.
Damn, I just voted too.
The funny thing is I can't vote. I have to test that I'm not voting in my own prediction, which is fun, but whatever. Okay. So, blah. The only thing that I see as an issue would be
Our skill level?
yes. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's bullshit.
because there's 4 of us.
Yes.
I mean,
What about
Right.
what about the temple cleric?
I'm sure we could tell him what's up and he would come and help us.
Yeah, let's go find him.
The vines, we'd need Avery. She'd have to be awake.
You just have to move your hands around and somebody work the mouth. We'll be fine.
I don't
All
think
of a
that's
sudden,
how that
Avery
works.
is a puppet.
The way that was worded was kind of disturbing.
Look, it is not my mind that takes you there. Your mind takes you there. I just put things in a way that are suggestive and entertaining to me.
Okay.
Look, pal. If you point motherfuckers at the ocean, all they're gonna see is the ocean.
Look, motherfucker.
An ocean.
An ocean, yeah. You need to show me that trick sometime where you go, it just works.
Oh my god. There it is.
Nope, we're eluding it. We're not talking about it directly.
Nobody ever talks about it directly.
I beg to differ.
So that is not true.
I mean, that's pretty direct. Okay.
Well, you see, you have to be undead.
I haven't done that yet.
You haven't moved from the cave yet? Just talking right there?
No, we're moving.
Oh, okay.
Getting out of there.
Getting out of there. I do need a
We'll be
fortitude
back.
save from everybody again, though.
Sorry.
You're a fortitude save. That sucks.
It's not as bad as mine.
What? Did you roll a 1?
I did.
Oh,
So did he.
no.
Oh, no.
Ooh, first roll of the night, and it's a 1.
First roll of the night last time was a 20.
You
It all
should have stuck with
balances.
that dice.
I have my dice jail, just so you know.
Yeah.
You need one for this.
Oh, gee.
I will find
you?
one
It's a
big
one
enough.
for
It's
a
like a-
total of a 14.
Like a bowl jar.
Can you
I'll find one.
print a dice jail for that?
I can.
We need a dice
we go.
prison.
Yeah, I can print one that big.
Chevy, you are sickened.
Cool.
No,
He
what?
says cool.
Cool.
Oh, it's better than, I like that for me,
Do I turn green?
What do the rest of you have?
I have a 35.
Okay.
I have 19.
You are also sickened.
I'd have a 22.
You are sickened.
I'm sickened because he's sickened and it just, no.
Cool, I'm patient 0.
And Sunshine?
31.
Okay. Actually, you said it's a 14 with that one.
It was a 14 with a 1.
Oh,
yes.
you are sickened 3.
Nice.
What
That
are
is a
we?
critical fail.
Are we 2?
Not only is he
2?
sickened 3, but as you guys are
Nope.
trying to make your way out of the cave, your perception DCs are high enough. Anybody behind Chavot sees a purple vein climb up the back of his neck.
Well, he usually brings up
You
the
take
rear,
6
so
poison damage as well.
I don't know that we
I
can see
almost asked you who Chavot was. So.
Chevaux bon temps?
Chivotant.
Oh, bon
Nice to
temps.
meet you.
Chui bon temps.
it. Botox.
I
Botox.
said almost.
Yeah.
And then I went, oh, right, that's Chevy's full name.
Your middle name is Bo.
It will go down every round. However, you cannot get rid of sickened 1 once you get to it.
Every
so you guys,
round, so we're out of combat. So
once you guys hit the mouth of the cave, you are only sickened 1.
Question. Is that just for him because he critically failed?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's, good for me and my complexion.
So,
The green?
No.
you guys get out there and you can see, the water rushing up to the cliffside, and you guys have got a long climb up or over.
How far is it up?
It looks about 50 or so feet, maybe a little bit more. You're not quite sure.
And that takes us kind of right to the temple, right?
No, you're still. a
We're on the
little
other
north.
end.
You're north of it now.
I got the high ground.
You do at the moment because you were just coming out of the temple.
I mean, make our way back the way we came?
You have 2 displacer beasts kind of hanging onto the side of the cliff.
I was going to say, I thought maybe if I
And-
could jumped on Elgato, we could just.
You don't get a chance to. He
Oh,
just
that's right.
kind
He
of
just
grabs you.
Yeah. God forbid I have free will with this displacer beast.
You're,
Not at
Not
all.
right now. For some reason, he is extremely clingy to you at the moment.
it's a cat. You don't have free will.
And he didn't quite fit in that
No, he did not.
that space, so he couldn't get in the cave. So he's been out there just kind of. You can see actually claw mark chunks, almost like
Oh,
he was
trying to get
pacing
in?
back and forth and then trying to claw his way in.
Are the tentacles prehensile? Like they can grasp things with them?
There you go again.
They can attack with them. They can possibly grasp things with them. He's grasping her with them.
Huh.
Oh God.
Add that to the things you didn't know.
Grabs her, and puts her on his back.
Esteban, you want to try to take Zila, and I activate my arachnid armor and start climbing up.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
I want some of that armor. That's so cool.
It's only once a day, so
You gonna try to see if Zila will carry you up?
Yes.
Okay. Would you like to?
You should
give
probably
me-
woo her.
Oh, what was that?
Give me a nature.
Woo the displacer beast.
Oh, like, look,
Commanding animal, so you need to give me a nature check.
it's more like a request. Please take me up without causing physical damage.
2. No.
I rolled a 5, thank you. 18. Hold on. 17.
Okay.
Well, plus me, 18. I don't know.
She seems a little hesitant, but she'll pretty much kind of reach for her and kind of pull yourself toward her like you're going to get on her back, and she's kind of leans away.
Yeah, look, it's awkward for me too, okay? I'll carry you next time.
Just kind of huffs
Wow.
at you.
Yeah. You know, there was a horse, a story with a horse that did it
Starts
once.
climbing.
Do I have to make it athletics to hold on, or?
You probably should.
Yeah.
She's not exactly holding on to you like Elgato is to your Nayla.
Would it be an acrobatics check or athletics?
Athletics.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna like tumble up the hill.
Yeah,
I
athletics.
could
to hold
try,
on.
but that'd be weird. Oh, that's really great. I rolled an 11.
It's better.
19. No.
You,
You can
me
hold
to
on.
you.
You can hold on.
I think they're leaving me
How
to
tall
you.
is Esteban?
He's people height.
We don't judge here.
He's I don't like my 5'9", 5'10".
Okay.
It's like 5 normal.
Yeah, you're kind of
6
doing a
foot on
mixture of holding on and your legs. You can actually get your legs around her
Okay.
because they kind of look emaciated. Displacer beasts aren't a very big cat. Azara doesn't look emaciated. Azara's sleek muscle. These cats have muscle, but you can still see bone.
Is it just how they're made?
It's how they're made.
Yeah.
So you are heading up, all 3 of you. You two?
I'll just put it on my back like piggyback style,
Okay.
and I'll climb straight up the.
All right.
I just imagine you just holding her. It's like walking, like Batman
Almost.
style, up the wall.
So you guys come up and you're a little ways down. There's a few houses here at the edge, but there's not a lot down this way, and you'll have to head back toward the town. It's not hard to see Azara and Avery. They're a little ways away from the temple as you guys are walking up, but you can definitely see her and her blue hair and her bright cat.
We should all pretend like we don't know her.
You can.
You're no fun today.
Okay, my bad.
Not what you said this morning.
That's true.
See, I'm
Do
guessing
you really
they
want to
went
know what
toward
I
the
said this
docks.
morning?
No,
I know
we
what you
don't.
said this morning.
So, Avery, she looks at you. I'm guessing my people went toward the docks. I mean, we can kind of go look down from the stairs. it's down the cliff. There's sheer cliff and the dock built out from it's kind of crazy.
Avery!
Is that somebody yelling for you? Oh, look, I found the glowing one.
Oh yeah, that's probably my party. Well,
She
yeah,
kind of gets our tippy toes to see over Azara's back, but
kind of just standing there casually snacking on a pocket bacon and just watching them while they're struggling to climb up this cliff. And I'm like,
No, we've already up
oh
the
no, they're
cliff.
walking towards you.
oh damn.
I'm moving towards her, at least.
So how was that climb up the cliff?
How was your 24-hour nap?
Very nice, even though I wasn't expecting that kind of a coma, but
Neither was I, thank you very much.
sorry.
That's what I thought.
I'm awake though.
Now?
At least now, better than never.
Oh! Do you know him?
Hello.
Yes.
Oh, good.
Good, I don't have to explain it again.
Again.
Oh, I don't know you.
Oh,
Hi.
Describe.
She steps out from the other side of Azara, and you see this young halfling woman. She has dark black hair. She's wearing a blue cloak, has some white trim on it. It's very clean. And she doesn't seem to have any weapons.
Was it, like, is it unusually clean? Like, you don't go outside much clean? Or brand new clean?
Unusually clean, like probably magically clean.
Got it. So like all our stuff. Ish. Hello.
I'm Nisla.
Hello, Nisla. I am Esteban San Jorge de la Vega.
Oh wow, that's a mouthful.
Yeah, that's what. Never mind.
I feel like there's got to be something with that.
Abadasher, you may have seen my shops in certain towns.
What are they called?
Esteban's Haberdashery. Hats. I don't know. It doesn't have a name. I haven't thought that far. It's the hat store where all the nice, fantastic hats come from.
Here we go.
I mean, that is a pretty cool hat.
Yes.
The Mad Hatter.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There you go. The Mad Hatter. There. I'm changing my name to that.
I wear hats every once in a while.
I can craft a hat for you.
Really?
Yes.
Ooh. What kind?
Hat
What do you
dude.
want? What is your profession?
I want something that gets attention at a party. Oh, I'm a bard.
Oh, you're probably a better bard than I am. So what kind of party?
Any party.
Okay, yeah. Well, don't look at me like that. It's an important question. Everyone's always
I
like,
mean,
the bard's always trying to
a
get...
party's not a party until the bard gets there anyway, so
Yes.
just saying.
You know what happens whenever two bards are in the same party? We're gonna find out. It's gonna be insane.
Do you need a room?
I might.
Uh-oh, Chevy.
He has one.
Sunshine! Room!
Excuse you.
please.
Wow.
I'm joking. Anyway,
Use
yes.
your nice words.
I did.
Ish.
Ish. No, I think I'm blushing. This doesn't happen.
Man, I didn't even have to try.
That's what I always have to say. But
Don't worry, none of the other ones had to either.
Wow. Way to make a girl feel special.
I'm here for you.
Thanks.
Don't mind him. He's kind of a douche. So, anyways.
Don't mind him. He's kind of a douche.
Okay.
Born and raised.
Yeah, sounds like red.
Anyway,
Well, we found your party before we found mine.
I'm sure he would get along with Red.
so I have a
I
question.
don't
If
know. Red's a little weird.
a party doesn't have their bard, is it really a party?
No, they're not a party. Like I said, the party's not a party until you have a bard there.
Right.
So they're just kind of wandering, a wandering group. You know what? Maybe I took a few extra minutes to go to the temple. They can kiss my ass. But anyway, they're around here somewhere. I'll find them. Be pretty easy. I mean,
What?
there's like a really, really tall red guy.
Hi, I'm Chevy.
I mean, he's taller than you. do, and it's his skin.
Have you seen
That's
his
red.
Have you seen his minifigure?
It's like the color of her hat.
Oh.
Yeah, he's red,
Next to
or
that.
part of her hair.
Does
Yeah.
he have spider legs?
No,
I let
No.
my spider legs out.
that's interesting.
It's armor.
It only lasts for 10 minutes.
That would be so useful. She pulls out a little notepad and pulls out a quill and kind of dips it in her cleavage and then goes,
You know, sometimes I wish I were a woman so I could store things like ink.
Technically, you were for like, I don't know how, whatever long it was, but he who
Okay.
must not be named
No,
let you do that.
Now we have to go have a drink and talk. Come on, I have to hear that story. Bard, come on.
Oh, yes.
If you gain enough weight, you could do that.
Oh, yeah, thank
I
you.
mean, they'll come, they'll find me. We go have a drink, they'll know where to find me. Make some racket and music and they'll find me, especially if they need something. So,
Uh,
I think we're right in the middle of something, actually, so...
I mean,
Probably.
technically I am too, but a bar is a good place to go for what I'm doing. So,
Okay.
Not so much for what we're doing.
I feel like I need to ask permission.
You do.
well,
Do you have
a
a shopping list? I'll let
did
you...
hear at some point that it's not good form to ask other adventurers what their adventure and stuff is going on, but you know what? I don't care because I'm more than happy to tell people what I'm doing. So, what exactly are you guys here for?
Fix the world?
Oh, wow. Well, that's kind of what we do too.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean,
Hey, Avery,
well,
I hear they're hiring.
I mean, we're kind of specialized. We're kind of specialized.
Oh, so they're not hiring anymore. You're not special.
Well, we're called the Ebon Accord, and we kind of, I mean, we go. Have you ever heard of Blightstone?
Remember that.
yes.
Yeah, heard of it.
Before we continue, we're United Souls.
I've heard of them. Holy cow! You guys are United Souls?
Yeah.
I thought you guys had a dwarf.
We do.
Oh,
He's just not with us right now.
oh, okay.
He's busy.
Both of them.
Oh, yeah.
One's saving a village and one's busy raising animals.
You had two?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, well that's cool.
Not
yeah,
at the same
I mean,
time, though.
hearing about a
Not at the same
dwarf running around with others and not trying to put them in chains—that's a big thing. It's kind of cool. But then also, you know, 3 elves running around. Holy cow! I should have known. You said she glows, and she does. I should have known you guys were United Souls. I've heard of you guys. I really have. That's awesome. So, you're Sunshine then. Avery, you're a vampire. I know that.
He
Douche.
has a name too.
And I didn't know they had a goblin either.
Recent acquisition.
Wow,
Newly adopted.
got it. So you must be the one that throws the vials at things and makes them explode.
No, I don't do that.
No,
Oh.
that was Barnabas. He needed to go. He had. Did he retire? Where did he go?
He went back home to take care of some business. He went with Scorall and
That's right.
the big burly guy. What was his name?
B-Rock?
Yeah, the guy that
Yeah, that one.
kept telling you that. Yeah, that.
He had purple
That's-
toes.
That's so cool.
Blue.
They were blue.
Blue?
They were like,
Oh.
Yeah.
yeah. I remember that was.
He was
a good time.
proud of those.
You have
Yeah.
blue toes.
Yeah,
They
I
were
guess.
painted.
I think they were painted or something. What was it? You guys were
They
in
were
the.
painted.
yeah.
We went to a spa on the fire.
Oh, he got his
expanse.
nails painted. His toenails?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He
We
thought
were
it
at
was
a
cool.
spa and the fire expands, and they offered to paint his toenails whatever color he wanted. He chose blue.
I mean, that makes sense. So about that drink?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are you doing?
Do you want to hand over your shopping list and you guys can
yeah,
socialize?
Well, like I
Okay,
said,
wait,
have you
wait,
guys heard of Blightstone?
Yes.
You have. Okay. So, the Ebon Accord, that's us. We go around finding things like Blightstone and we purify them. Actually, it's Velcrin that does most of the purifying. We just kind of help.
That's a
So-
coincidence.
Well, there's some here. There's been signs of sickness and
Well,
corruption. That's
nah.
kind of what Blightstone does.
Nah.
Holy cow, why are you carrying that around? You realize that can make you sick, right?
Duh.
Yeah,
Yes.
Oh.
It made a
made
lot
me
of us
sick.
sick.
He's already sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know. We're gonna fix it too.
Oh.
It,
And
it
I
just
just-
happened.
I just woke up from a
Yeah, she has no idea what's
16,
going on.
20, I don't even know, hour-long nap,
A
and I'm
3-day
supposed to
off
only
nap.
sleep 4. So
Blightstone doesn't do that.
Oh no, hers
what
was
the-
something else.
Yeah, she got hit
Oh.
by a plot.
Food poisoning.
Makes sense.
Chevy.
I mean, I could see food poisoning.
Avery.
What? You get hungry enough and you just kind of get desperate.
Hey,
What did you eat?
hey. See where the you've
Raw
never been that
mushrooms?
hungry around me.
No,
have you?
I've had bacon.
Uh-huh. All your food is
She
supplied by
did
me,
eat some
darling.
of that gross food on that one island.
That's true.
I don't know.
It was a time sickness, dear.
Anyway, so we have a laundry list of things to acquire.
What are you looking for?
Blah.
You're looking for the ritual components.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, Velcrin already has some, because kind of what we do.
Sure. No, that makes
So-
sense.
So it turns out there's a lot more than just this one.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Let's see.
Like how much?
Like it's
Can I-
poisoning the whole water
Like a-
supply of the city.
Yeah.
Ooh,
There's a big
That's
pile.
a big one.
Can I have a perception?
I wonder if it's as big as the ones we did before.
How big?
It's like a
Can I have a perception to see if she's lying?
it's like a
ahead.
20-foot radius, wasn't it?
And it was as
And
deep
it
as it
was
was
deep.
wide.
As deep as it was wide.
Yeah.
I ain't a math. 27.
She seems pretty excited about this whole thing.
How big of an area was it that you purified?
Well, the blight had actually spread about a mile out, and it had been there for quite a while, so the rocks themselves, it was a big pile, probably, I don't know, about as tall as me, the pile was. And, I mean, pile them up my height, and then they spread out.
This is
Uh,
probably 4 times bigger than that.
Fun.
yeah.
Yeah, we can do it.
And it's in water.
I mean,
Down the cliff.
as long as we can be within 30 feet of it, we're good.
Oh, you could
Yeah,
stand
yeah.
on top of it if you wanted
Oh, okay,
to.
yeah, then, yeah. Velcrin can
We will happily let you do that.
easily.
Uh,
Yeah.
I feel like we should help, too.
We'll show her where it is.
I mean, it kind of hurts to do the ritual, so yeah, I mean, help would be great.
Like,
You have to bleed over them for a while. So yeah, we usually try to kind of help Velcrin with that, because
I'm out.
I'm pretty sure he would just die if he had to cast for 8 hours bleeding over the rocks.
Is blood not your thing?
No blood is my thing. That's the point.
Like that vampire.
he'd be like
and,
licking the rocks and ruin
we should
ruin our
find-
image.
We should find the rest of your party and then go have this drink
Yes.
and have this conversation.
Man, Velcrin is kind of uptight.
So several.
Maybe they should go hang
Yeah, maybe instead of Red and him getting along, him and Velcrin might get along.
out. Or they'll hate each other. They're like cats. Walk around like hissing at
And-
each other.
That's not
Velcrin
something we wouldn't
is
be used to.
your
Cleric,
cleric of.
Moritas.
Isn't that the cleric of death?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, he's
It doesn't bother
a
us.
bit morose.
No, I mean,
I prefer it that way.
I'm just wondering, is it like stereotypical? Is he like, bruh, like all the time? Or is it like
Yeah, he's
chipper?
kind of meh a lot.
So emo.
Yeah, we're kind of opposites, so I mean, it kind of works.
I mean, imagine if you ran into one of those and they were like happy and chipper, like Sunshine is all the time.
That would be terrifying, actually, now that I think about it. Yeah, I'm kind of glad he's just meh, because if he wasn't, oof.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. Today we're going to talk about death.
Yeah.
Time for a profession change.
Here's an example.
For me?
No.
No.
I'm just checking.
Several. You'll need to become like an activities director on a cruise line or something.
Oh my god. Oh my god. No.
What the hell's a cruise line? What the fuck is going on over here?
Can you blow on it? It might stand up.
I'm just saying. That's the power of imagination, okay?
Wow.
I don't have a follow-up
All
for
right.
that, but I think I should.
Well, I was just telling Avery that they're probably heading towards the dock. Do you have a coaster?
There needs to be a poll about how many
Do you-
times she
what-
drops that today.
What are you doing over there, Sunshine?
She's leaning her
Holy
tablet
cow.
on the cup, trying to get the cup to hold her tablet, and 85 times later, the whole thing
socket
falls over.
It's not good
That's not
there.
working, obviously.
No shit.
You should use the
Don't
case.
put it
that
near the cup. Maybe put the cup on the other side of
Holy
your
shit.
Don't worry about it.
speech.
whole
thing.
case that will prop that up.
Anyways.
She's done with our shit.
Yes, I am.
That feeling is mutual.
I mean, she does keep dropping that.
Anyways.
So, yeah, they're probably down toward the docks. I was just telling Avery we could probably just kind of look, and Red's gonna stand out. You know, red skin
Okay.
and big. I'm pretty sure he might be bigger than two of me. You know, he stopped on top. I'm not quite sure how tall he is. He's pretty tall.
I'm
So-
gonna turn and look over the edge.
Yeah, you look over the edge, and what's your perception DC?
28.
Yeah, you see a big, tall, red guy. That dude is probably about 6'8". And he kind of looks like an orc. Kind of.
Okay.
Kind of.
I think I found him.
Yep, that's him.
What'd you say his name was?
Red. Well, we call him Red.
Hey, Red!
That was
You
kind
just
of
see
loud.
this big head go.
Oh.
Look over.
We found your board!
There's a human in silver armor near him. And you see him reach out this big paw and just place it on the human's shoulder, who's talking with one of the people on the dock, and turns and looks, and you see he just kind of turns the cleric. He looks up there and just kind of shakes his head. You see a bit of a smile, and they start heading that way.
Oh, I'm glad they started walking that way, because I was gonna have to be real ostentatious here.
No, so
He's gonna start doing the Adam Sandler like wave, like Forrest Gump.
you know, somebody's either embarrassed or angry. I could feel it from up here.
At least you didn't pick her up and go, look, we found your board.
100% was gonna do that, but then I was like, it's probably rude grabbing strangers and lifting them up in the air.
I'm used to, big folk just kind of picking us up. It happens a lot. Do they do that to you?
Yes. I get picked up by this one a lot and used as a compass.
Well, I was actually talking to the goblin. I didn't get your name. I'm sorry.
My name's Irnela,
See?
and
Hi.
this
I'm not the
keeps
only
them
one
from
that
doing
totally
that.
cuts out your
And I
conversations
show
with
her
other
my
men.
weapon.
I figured. I'm not sure what that is, but I figured that you're on might keep them from doing
Also, my
Yeah,
kitty cat
he
here.
does kind of the grabbing for us.
He's the only
That's-
one that grabs me and picks me up.
That's Elgato.
that. I must be a horrible bard, or I'm just really sucky at, animals. What is that?
It's a displacer beast.
Yeah, I've never heard of it.
It's an extraplanar being. It's not from our plane,
Yes, it is.
is it?
I hate it when mom and dad
I'm just
fight.
bad with animals. Well,
okay.
not like bad
excuse you.
with them. I'm just bad at
First of all,
figuring them out. So,
think about it. I'm not a very good bard either if I don't know where it's from. Maybe it's just not important.
that's kind of the way I see it.
Did you
If I
have,
don't
do
know
you have a
it, it must not be
sister?
important.
Most of the
Do I?
Yeah. Do you have a sister?
Why?
I'm a halfling. He's human.
It doesn't matter.
it happens.
So he's a she's a half
parents are
sister.
Hey, I had a human brother.
Wow. Wow.
That was pretty good.
That's a short joke and a half joke from somebody my own size. That's crazy.
I'm the only one that can make them.
Yeah, I guess that's okay.
At least,
Maybe.
At least you can put it into perspective.
I don't know. I'll have to think about that one.
That's fine.
Nope.
Is the
It was a good
perspective
one.
knee
It was
high?
definitely a good one, but
I know what you're implying. No.
That's not what I meant. I
Oh.
wasn't implying that.
No, you're
Wow.
What? I figured we're gonna make it there anyway. Might as well just start there.
Yeah, we're gonna get there.
We need a drink.
Hey, look.
That's where she's trying to take us.
She
I
wants to
know.
get us drunk in a bar.
You
I
probably
need to get drunk after this conversation.
You probably need some food after being out for.
Okay, I
almost
need
24
food
hours.
first, and then, yeah.
Wait, there,
You woke up in an inn.
Oh yeah, why am I
We
waiting for you guys?
Why didn't you get food when you woke up?
someone took a tray
could've
up
done that.
for you.
Yeah, well, somebody, and I
Zara
looked
kinda
down at
looks-
Azara.
looks away. She's looking at something off and did like seagulls.
Yeah, she totally doesn't know what I'm talking about right
Yeah,
now.
and guess who
Yeah,
that
totally
somebody
forgot.
was?
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot who it was.
Huh.
It was
It was
Sivril.
him.
Sivril brought
Could've
you
been
up a tray
two.
of food.
Yeah, but somebody, as I look at Azara, ate the plate, and I didn't get a chance to eat.
That's because you were still sleeping.
Probably, or she waited 0.5 seconds for it to get put down and ate it, knowing that I probably wouldn't wake up in that time frame, but it's okay. Just waking
Very
up, I wasn't that
pointedly looking
hungry.
at seagulls now.
I wonder what they taste like.
Chicken.
Chicken, but crunchy.
We're walking toward the bar.
Yeah. Well,
All right.
wait. Shouldn't we wait till for them to get up here?
We're going to the bar!
Oh, they'll figure it out. They've seen I've made friends, so they'll know I'm at the bar. Come on. Wait.
Great.
What's a good bar around here?
I mean, we know a bar,
Yeah.
the Salty Thimble.
The one that is
We
sized
only have
for.
one. Oh, this is a
No, that's
small
the only
town.
one we know of.
Oh, okay.
It's the one I
Also-
woke up in.
Also, it's an inn, not necessarily a bar. There's a difference, but semantics. Also, everything kind of tastes a little off.
That's because of the
That's
blights.
Blightstone.
Yeah, that's about
Yeah. Yeah,
Apparently-
it's gonna.
Blight's an acquired
Like
taste.
purified
You
food and drink.
don't want. You want something that's either older than the Blightstone's been here, or something that it couldn't touch. Maybe something imported. I mean,
Definitely
they do
not
have a dock. They might have imported stuff.
anything water-based.
Yeah, no. Mm-mm.
So
That
bacon's
stuff
fine.
is seeped
Yeah,
in
bacon's
good
great.
if you're tasting it.
No.
Is it? Was it kind of like a metallic-y,
No, I
weird
didn't.
taste?
But I could.
Oh,
I
yeah.
could pray for
Yeah,
it.
it kind of, yeah.
Gross. It tastes like you're drinking brine water. It's gross. You should see some of the wells I've seen. That was crazy stuff. As she's kind of skipped along with you guys because she's definitely now skipping as she's trying to keep up with you guys. Heading toward the inn. So you guys get to the Salty Thimble and ordering some drinks.
So, how did you find out about these Blightstones?
Well, I think that Velcrin does some kind of talking with his god, but he hasn't been getting a lot of answers lately, but he does get some here and there when he talks to more just imperial beings. So, I mean, don't tell him I said this, but he seems to think that, like, his god's pissed at him. So, yeah, it's kind of a sore subject.
Oh, he's
Apparently, he
not
hasn't
pissed at
talked to him in a while.
Why does no one around here seem to know what's going on?
Because
We're literally on the other side of the continent.
and
I mean, we're kind of at the southernmost
only
west tip.
there's only a few of us who have actually seen what's going on. If there's anything,
Man, there's so many stories here.
There are a lot.
Stories.
if anything, we can guarantee that your cleric that deity
yeah,
is
well,
not
I mean,
mad
you
at
can't-
him.
You can't guarantee those things.
I mean,
Maybe-
the cleric.
He's busy, okay?
Can you give me the abridged
Just
version
because he's
real quick?
busy doesn't mean he hasn't done something to piss him off.
Abridged version.
You don't know that.
No, I can't ask a bard for the abridged version. Somebody, you know what? You,
Several.
Several.
What do you need?
Give me the abridged version. What's his god not mad at him about?
I don't know that.
Okay. What did you guys see then? What do
His
you,
god's busy.
So,
Nobody's dying
except for the elves.
except for elves.
nobody's dying?
Nobody's dying.
Really?
Have you not noticed?
I mean, not if they're not in the business of killing people.
I mean,
That's true.
I'm not really in the business of going around killing people.
Yeah, but
you know,
everything.
fighting, getting in fights.
I mean, sometimes, but
Yeah,
You haven't noticed
they're
how
not dying.
people don't die.
okay. So he's not even
He's-
taking.
He's a bit
So,
busy.
okay, I'll explain it for you.
There we go.
Make it quick because they're gonna get.
Yeah,
into it.
sure. So the god of death has really one job, right? And it's to escort people from here to there,
Yeah.
right? He's got a person who he's supposed to be escorting from here to there that is refusing to go. And that person happens to be a god themselves.
Oh.
And so there's a little scuffle going on, like when brothers fight.
Just a little.
Excuse you.
Damn, dude.
That was a good one.
Solid 6.
Okay, yeah. So maybe just we can tell that story in front of Velcrin. Maybe he'll understand. You don't tell him, hey, here's why your god. Don't tell him I told you his god's not talking to him. Shit.
Well, we could have told you that.
Yeah, but yeah.
No, literally, you said who he was a cleric of, and I was like,
Yeah, but
Sorry.
Well,
that's okay. My god's dead.
hey guys.
As the doors open,
Yep.
my god's dead.
You see this big red.
I mean, he is.
He looks like
I think you've moved on.
orcish.
I did.
Like 20% orc?
Chevy and Irnela, here's the thing, you're not sure what that is. This big red
Really tall.
humanoid who has tusks coming out of a bottom lip, very square Neanderthalish jaw. He's got kind of a scraggly beard coming down and he's got black hair that's coming in on his face. But he doesn't have any hair on his head. And he's having to kind of crouch a little bit because he's taller than everybody else.
Okay, I know that he's an orc, but what else is he?
Wish I knew.
No, I'm asking the seer. Would you like a roll?
Yes, you can give me a roll.
What would you like?
Just roll. Just roll.
I'll just reach under
Just
the
roll and tell me what it is.
reach under the table with my foot and shove
I
the
got
chairs
a two.
out.
What'd you get?
I got a 2.
You got a 2. you are not sure what the
She's
hell
like,
the other half
he's
is.
an orc and flamingo.
That would explain the red.
Yeah.
No, I don't
But
think
see-
that's quite right.
Here on Avery Lawn, we call them flamingos. Yeah, that's good too.
With a B?
Yeah, flamingo.
The human he's got blonde hair, pretty striking blue eyes, and he's wearing pretty much looks like plate mail all down.
Is it mirror
He's kind of
finish?
he's got a helmet under his arm.
Is this the cleric?
Yep.
I've never seen a cleric in plate mail.
Have a seat,
He's
gentlemen.
in plate mail.
My brain, I just want to hear him go screaming, "To battle!"
He does kind of open up a satchel on his side and shoves his helmet into it. Satchel, swallows it
Yeah,
in the
not big
manner
enough
that
for the-
a bag of holding would.
Oh, no,
He
no.
comes over and you can see the symbol of Moritas hanging from his neck, and
For those at home, can you describe what that is?
you see a tombstone hanging from his neck, a small tombstone, and within that you see a skull and it's got not flames, but something that seems to almost drift off of it. It's very blackened on him. He comes over and just sits down. I see you made friends.
You must be Valgren.
I have a feeling that
Nice
your
to
bard makes friends often, and you have that response a lot because you seem partially annoyed.
She's a bard.
I understand.
Of course she does.
I am a bard. I get it.
The bell rings again, and a elven woman comes walking in. Her skin.
The door. I was like, what
is-
fucking bell rings?
Her skin is a deep, dirty
Help, please.
black, like almost not dirty black. It's more of a dirty mud color. It's definitely different than what you've ever seen. You're not quite sure. You can give me an elven lore if you guys would like that are elven.
Okay, remember we were kind of at the fall of the grove here. So, you know.
Yeah.
Not
So-
that coloration. She has no
Thank you.
blue or purple tint.
It's like she's seen too much sun.
Yeah, looks like
And dirt.
she was baked.
I have a 28.
Can I have a bardic
I
on
don't
it?
think I have lore or elf,
I do.
That's the only skill you have.
but
I have like
I
4.
rolled a 16.
That's one of them.
I can give you a nature.
Okay, 16, you're not quite sure.
Well, that's what I rolled on the die. That's not including my intelligence or any other pertinent skill.
Well, if you don't have elven lore, then
Society?
you can try society. Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Avery, what did you get? Pardon me.
Shatter guy.
I rolled an 18
I have elven lore.
on the die. I'm not seeing Elven lore,
And I
but
don't have it.
Okay, you could tell me what your society total would be then.
32.
32 on society. Okay.
Uh.
So you two would know.
Bard here.
Yes.
I rolled a nat 20 on my bardic.
Okay.
So I know whatever the hell it is you're about to tell me.
Ish.
You've heard stories of a burnt elf.
Yes.
Named keyboard.
Elusive and
They're correct.
definitely debated heavily amongst conspiracy theorists that they don't exist. This is, whereas you would call them wood elves, and she is a sun elf. This is a dirt elf.
A dirt elf.
A dirt elf.
Look,
They are not supposed to exist.
Derby is going to be so fucking excited.
And
fight Derby.
because people have rarely ever seen them. But you also know that derogatory term for these two would be calling them a low elf. Calling a dirt elf a mud elf would be horrid. Some people say they're smelly elves. But, you know, it's kind of one of those of, you've heard stories that, you know, mothers used to say, oh, you're turning into a smelly elf. You're turning into a dirt elf because kids wouldn't wash their feet or their knees or clean up after themselves. They start getting dirty, and that's where that comes from. But you guys are looking at what seems to actually be a dirt elf.
Is there an elven word for it, like a proper word that I would know what they would be called?
A
Or-
dirt elf.
Dirt elf.
No, but right, but something more, you know, regal and fancy versus, you know.
There's nothing regal and fancy. You weren't even sure they were real.
Elf of the dirt.
Same with you two. Even though you have your elven lore, you have a 32 on your society. And what was your total?
28.
28. Yeah, they're supposed to be that, you know, boogeyman to get your kid to clean up story, but there she is. She's really deep brown eyes. She's got dark brown hair.
I'll push a chair out.
It's all in braids that are plastered to her head and then go down her back.
There's my chair I pushed out.
Does it seem like, you know, she was like rolling around in the mud and everything just kind of looks like it dried that way? Or
No,
no? Okay.
she gets
She's not
close
actually
and
a
it's
mud
just
elf.
the,
No, I was just
the coloration of rich soil.
okay. Just trying to get a good mental
As she
picture.
gets
Not
closer, you
caked
see
in
her
those.
skin is just beautifully flawless. Her facial features are gorgeous.
She's of the Mediterranean elves.
Welcome.
Mediterranean.
Kind of sits down.
So,
This is a classy establishment.
It sure is.
Somebody's had a bit much.
This
we
is
were
Kira.
Kira.
Yeah, this is Kira. She doesn't do a lot of talking. So we have Kira, Red, and Velcrin, and of course I'm Nisla. And all right, let me see if I can do this. All right, we have Sunshine, Sibril, Avery, Chevy, Irnela, Esteban San Jorge de la Vega.
Yes! Yes! Excellent!
I thought there was more to it, but I might have it wrong.
No,
There
I
probably
mean,
is.
there is, but I forget to say it half the time, so, you know, it's just...
We don't need to go.
We don't have that much time in a day.
Yeah, they're here doing the same thing we are, kind of. But they don't have supplies yet, so I told them, you know, we already have supplies for the ritual.
We kind of fell into it. It's not really what we do. We just happen to be here helping.
Yeah, I helped a kid.
Oh, yeah, and by
So-
the way, these are United Souls.
So,
This is United Souls. I've told you guys stories about them. He goes,
Yeah, our reputation.
we have
precedes us.
we have a ritual here if we're going to share a drink. We share a drink, we share stories.
yes, drinks are happening. You know,
Ladies
drinking
first.
in this town is probably not the best idea, Nisla. With everything tainted and needing purified, having a drink is probably not the best
Yeah,
course.
several. Don't we have a more pressing
YOLO.
ritual to do before this ritual?
I think we need him before we go any further.
Yeah, since he
And
knows
I
what-
think the key to him is sitting right there.
Fair enough.
So, does anyone have any beverage they've imported? I know. I mean, everyone has a little bit of liquid courage with them from now and again. We could still. Hey, don't you have everything? Look, you find the thing. We'll pay her for it.
I'm pretty sure I got a couple of bottles of something in my bag.
Maybe a keg or two.
7?
No, not a keg. We don't drink that much.
Just in case?
Why don't we?
That's a
We
good
should.
question.
I mean, sometimes we should, because some of the things that we've seen, yeah.
Yeah.
But
You know, whenever you have like bar fights for bonding, and now we have drinking for bonding, so you know.
That's called college.
I mean, yeah.
I do have a couple of bottles of some stuff that I picked up. Not here.
All right, let's crack them open, and then we get to hear some of their stories.
Well, I have this one from Doratham, and I have this one from Dromathan.
You have something from the from that one place we went where everything was shiny that he's afraid to go to. It's like, ah!
Everything here will kill me.
Yeah, that place.
Yes!
Kira pulls out a bottle that looks more like a earthen jug.
I have taste.
I have this.
What is it?
It's from my home.
Will it put hair on your hair?
Where are
I
you from?
usually find that most here on this land cannot handle it.
That seems like a challenge.
You're welcome to try.
That's definitely a challenge.
It's going to fuck me up, isn't it?
And then she's going to fuck you up. Take all your money. You're going to wake up with no hat.
No, anything but the hat.
No, everything else will be intact, but the hat will be gone.
You can have everything but
This
that.
is like, ooh. Ooh. Yes, so we have work to do. But that stuff is so good. You know what? We need some little, shot glasses. Yeah. Yeah, we need some shot glasses. I mean, if we just do a halfling-sized shot, it'll be fine. Velcrin, it'll be fine.
3 minutes later, everyone's fucked up.
Yeah, I may have also
So-
gotten a bottle of something off of the fire expanse.
Velcrin, tell me about
Tastes
this
like
line of work you guys have found yourself in.
I'm not exactly a storyteller.
Oh, I don't want her flashy story. I want yours.
Take no offense, Nisla.
It started in my hometown. There was a sickness. I found a cure.
You said he's a human, right?
Mm-hmm.
How old does he look?
He looks probably early 30s.
Okay. Is he like a battle hardened? Is he got like scars, or is he like more?
Yeah, he's definitely got
Okay.
several scars.
Okay.
He's got, you can see these lines of scars that kind of twist up his neck,
Sure.
almost as if, maybe there used to be a vein and it was either cut there or something.
Gotcha.
It can be
Perception.
fairly dangerous to deal with light stuff.
Fear. May I have a perception, please?
You can.
The vein placement, is it in a similar place to where Chevy's is?
This guy has multiple, he has more of a vein of scarring.
Oh,
There's no
okay.
actual veins.
I
there now.
misunderstood, sorry.
But, I mean, it seems to be the same kind of way. I mean, those scars, though, give me a perception.
That's why I did one.
Sunshine, you too, because you usually do a lot of medicine.
It's a doctoring thing. I'm
As
just more
they
curious.
start to break out the
what I do.
alcohol, I'll excuse myself and go to the bathroom. Can I spend an action to try to retch to reduce my sicken value?
You can try.
It lets me make another fortitude save on it, so I'll give that a shot.
I hate that feeling.
Yep.
Well,
That was
I got a 28 on my
2.
medicine.
Plus 12 is a 14, so not in that one this time, but
You got a 14.
yeah.
Can I also
I
see
thought it
that
was a 14
Chevy
with the
isn't
nat
doing
one.
so great?
But my sicken value drops my fortitude save by
Yeah.
1, so
So
still a
14 is still a critical failure.
Cool.
So, actually, as you're trying to retch, it seems like you just exacerbate it.
Nice.
Take 16 points of poison damage.
Okay.
Don't
and-
die.
Become
In the
sickened
bathroom.
4 while you're in there.
Okay.
Sick and 4. The fuck?
Is there a second four? Is it like
And
dying
now
one?
you cannot drop it lower than 2.
Okay.
That Chevy falling on the
Direction,
ground.
Chevy.
That was medicine, right?
Mhm.
I got a 28.
Okay.
And let me know when I can notice that Chevy's not doing so great.
Would you want a medicine instead of a perception?
You're already looking at them, so yeah,
Uh,
you can give me medicine.
Perception works better.
That's fine. You can give me perception.
All right. It was a hold on,
Math is
23.
hard.
Yeah.
23. Okay, you definitely see like they're the same kind of placement, and he's got several of them.